2010 Barclaycard Mercury Prize Albums of the Year launch. Thank you very much for being here, and of course thank you to the Hospital Club for letting us use their splendid studio facilities to make our announcement. And of course thank you to the wonderful sponsors of the event, Barclaycard. Now, as you know, for the past couple of months our judges have been locked away, not literally but almost just as good, in darkened rooms listening tirelessly to hundreds of albums by UK and Irish artists. There have been many great releases, but as you know there can only be 12 that make the list for today, and I now have the honour of announcing those. The first 4 albums shortlisted for the 2010 Barclaycard Mercury Prize are Biffy Clyro for their brilliant album Only Revolutions, Villagers, otherwise known as Conor O'Brien, for the beautiful Becoming a Jackal, Corinne Bailey Ray for her wonderfully soulful album The Sea, and Mumford & Sons for their joyous debut Sigh No More. An excellent start there. Let's remind ourselves of what those 4 sound like. The next 4 albums shortlisted for the 2010 Barclaycard Mercury Prize are Paul Weller for his blisteringly good Wake Up the Nation, Wild Beasts for their glorious Two Dancers album, the Kit Downs Trio for their compelling debut album Golden, and Laura Marling for the remarkable I Speak Because I Can. Let's have a look at those musicians in action. And the final 4 albums shortlisted for the 2010 Barclaycard Mercury Prize are Dizzy Rascal for the fabulously infectious Tongue-in-Cheek, Foals for their splendid second album Total Life Forever, I Am Clute for their excellent new record Sky at Night, and the XX for their exquisite debut, the simply titled XX. Let's take a look at those.
Bonkers.
Some people think I'm bonkers, but I just think I'm free. And I'm just living my life, there's nothing crazy about me. Some people pay for thrills, but I get mine for free. Man, I'm just living my life, there's nothing crazy about me.
Where shall I go on that big black night? Shall I
have it, 12 outstanding albums and a brilliant variety of music. It's amazing that all of those has come out of the British Isles in the past year. So now as a special treat, we have a couple of live performances for you. Our first is the wonderful Corinne Bailey-Rae, who's been shortlisted for her very fine second album, The Sea, and from that record she's going to play us the title track. Please welcome the hugely talented Corinne Bailey-Rae.
You were standing on the shore and saying everything, explaining everything, and then from then on it couldn't be just like before. It says everything, she knows everything. So your fears in a fading light said everything, explained everything, and haunts all your days, and it comes to you at night. You did everything, play everything. Don't you go around with that
much, Corinne Bailey Ray, and of course, congratulations. Amazing. Okay, now before our second performance, a little fun sporting diversion for you. Bookies William Hill have supplied their betting expert for us, Rupert Adams, to give us this year's odds.
Thanks, sir. Right, William Hill have created the odds for the 2010 Barclaycard Mercury Prize Albums of the Year, and it's as close as it's ever been. At 10 to 1, we have the albums by I Am Clute, Kit Downs Trio and Villagers. At 8 to 1, we have the albums by Biffy Clyro, Wild Beasts and Fold. At 6 to 1 are the albums by Laura Marling, Mumford and Sons, Paul Weller and Corinne Bailey Ray. And finally, at 4 to 1, we have the album by The XX and Dizzy Rascal. So there you go, very close, and it will be available in all our shops and online from midday. Thank you.
Thanks, Rupert. Astonishingly quick changeover going on here. Well done, lads. Much slower in rehearsal. Good. Fast roadie action, that's what we want. Okay then, since we're all ready, I'm now delighted to welcome another of this year's acts to the stage, here to treat us all to an acoustic performance of the title track from his extraordinary debut album, Becoming a Jackal. Please welcome Villagers.
Most familiar room. Every implement was leading to you, and your homely sense of disarray. Never once the same, always rearranged, but things would never change. In the scene between the window frame, where the jackals preyed on every soul, where they tied you to a pole and stripped you of your clothes. I was a dreamer, staring out windows, out onto the main street, 'cause that's where the dream goes. Each time they found fresh meat to chew, I would turn away and return to you. You would offer me your unmade bed, feed me till I'm fed, and read me till I'm read. But when the morning came, you would catch me at the window again, in an eyes wide open sleeping state, staring into space, with no look upon my face. I was a dreamer, staring out windows, out onto the main street, 'cause that's where the dream goes. Shackles, I danced with the jackals and learned a new way to move. So before you take this song as truth, you should wonder what I'm taking from you, how I benefit from you being here, lending me your ears. I'm selling you my fears, I'm selling you my fears, I'm selling you my fears, yeah. I'm selling you my fears, I'm selling you my fears. I was a dreamer, I'm selling you my fears, staring out windows, I'm selling you my fears out onto the street, selling you my fears. That's where the dream goes.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Connor. Thank you very much to Villagers. Congratulations, of course. And thank you to Corinne Bailey-Ray for a great performance too. So congratulations to all of the shortlisted artists for this year's Barclaycard Mercury Prize. Please do stick around, have a chat and a drink downstairs, enjoy the sounds of this year's shortlist. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you.
You should see my nan.
Okay. Okay, look in this side, gentlemen. And if both of you eyes your way.
What's the other one that she says all the time? Go to your left, whatever.
Thank you very much. Attention.
And looking down this side, right? And this is all one over here.
Spoken jazz, bands like you say,
I think, you know, when you've got a group of people.
Good,
thank you.
Thank you. How important is it for you to be kind of recognised by the music industry?
Well, I think it's great anyway. And important or not, I think it's really great to have work that you've done be recognised, and to know that it's connected with people. You know, it is an important part of what you do. I guess you make songs that are personal to you, but you do hope that when they go out into the world, they will connect with other people. So you want that to be people who just live in the world, but also, you know, people who are involved in music. It's nice to know that they think of it as something different and fresh. And so yes, it is a good thing.
Did you feel like you were making a kind of riskier album this time around?
Yeah, I felt like it was you know, a big departure from my first record, and I think the fact that the first album had done so well, it brought me all this freedom, especially with the label, and I was able to say, okay, I want to write all the songs myself, I want to co-produce it, I want to work with people I know, I want to record this liturgical choir in this abandoned church in Leeds, and it was just like, fine, just do it. And so I felt I got a lot of support, I felt like I could take a lot more risks, I felt like I could make a record that was more aggressive and more chaotic, had a broader range of styles. I was being able to sing about more subjects, and that was really important to me. So I like the album, and just really pleased that it's got this attention.
Do you think it's a good time for British music at the moment? Is there anyone particular that artists you'd like to see recognised?
Well, I think it's great that the XX have got this nomination, and also, you know, to see someone like Paul Weller, who apparently this is his 10th record, and he for me is a really important artist, because I feel like he's able to make music that's sort of edgy and aggressive and influenced by rock music, but he also is really aware of and affected by soul music, and I definitely feel as an artist that it's still seen as two separate worlds, and you have to kind of choose a side, and I feel so uncomfortable with that, and I've really tried with this record to make something that is soulful and is like guitar based and heavy as well. But Paul Weller's just got that down, and he just skates across this line, he's skated across it his whole career, so I'm really admiring of someone like that, so it's really great to see him get a nomination.
One last question. You've been playing, doing some festival dates, and how's this album been to play out live? Is it a good sort of lineup?
It's a great live album because so much of it was recorded live. You know, we put it down. I wanted to be there and have the drummer and be able to sing and be able to respond to each other and be able to stretch out time and be able to rush through with choruses, and so it really suits being played live. So it's there's been very little difference between what we're doing in the studio and then just going out into the world and playing it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks,
Albums for the Mercury Prize.
Is it been all of them? No, it's but one, isn't it?
Oh, is it what?
Showtime didn't get nominated. It's free.
Okay, well, so that's good.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
But when you won the Mercury, how did that change your career, change your life?
When I won the Mercury, it gave me a lot of recognition around the world. I don't know how I would have got myself at that point. And still gives me credibility up to this day.
And where are you now with your music? I mean, it seems like you're having a lot of fun, you know, collaborating with a lot of artists, and just generally just being, you know, fun and out there.
Because that's basically it. The music I'm making now is just energy, just getting people up, getting people jumping. I've done a lot of festivals over this summer. I'm going to do a load more. I just seeing the response. All the music just kind of feels like it's all just, everything's come together. And a full set of just energy.
Now, Diddy was here a few months ago, and he was talking about the immense talent of UK rap at the moment. And would you ever consider going over to the States and, you know, sort of making a career over there?
I've always been going over to the States since 2002 or 2003. Breaking it is a whole nother ball game for a rapper, especially.
What makes it difficult?
What makes it difficult is that it's where hip hop was invented, and there's a rapper every 2 square miles, like speaking in their own accent, and it's already regional, whatever over there as it is. So coming over here with my English accent and my weird flow or whatever else, it's a whole another set of work that I'm up for, but I just accept that it's going to take a lot of work.
Would you collaborate with Diddy and Snoop and all that?
you want to?
I spoke to Snoop the other day. It'd be good to collaborate, but I don't even know if that will do it. All that whole, right, let me do with American rap, it gets you a bit of attention out, but I don't necessarily sustain anything. No problem, man. Cool.
Back to 48 now, so you can do another.
Yeah.
Just looking at the camera on the way. It's a bit of daytime back here again.
It is, yeah. It's a good thing though, man. It's good to be here. At this point, it's my third nomination, my fourth album, my highest selling album, and still getting the credibility of the Mercury's. So it's good.
Things are good, life's good.
Everything's lovely, bro. It's all good.
But what about how do you feel about the British in the music studio? Do you think it's a good time? Is there anyone particularly you're excited about?
I'm having a great time right now with the British music industry. I think it's at a really great point. I'm really enjoying the festivals right now. I'm in the festival period, so just the energy at the shows and that, it's been something to remember, man.
Is there anyone particularly you recommend to look out for? Is there anyone you're watching?
Personally, just watch out for the people on my label, man. Dirty Stank, Moon Generals, Smurfy Psycho, man.
How do you find it? How you find this life today? How you?
Basically, they get a buzz, they get hot. You know what I mean? It just happens, basically like that. Also, I'm doing a TV program called Must Be the Music. It's like a music competition. It's got me, Charlene Spiteri, and Jamie Cullum are the judges. People need to watch out for that. It's serious. August. No problem, man. Cool. Right, mate.
Hey, how you doing?
Is this all a bit surreal for you, or are you feeling at home in this?
What's that?
Is it all a bit surreal here too? Or are you feeling quite at home in this?
That's alright. It's a group of people with lots of cameras and microphones, fuzzy microphones, so it's all good.
And how's it feel to be recognised by the Mercury Prize?
It's cool. I'm excited, you know. I'm just sort of. It's great, you know. I don't know what else to say about it. You know, it's like everyone keeps asking me that. Am I meant to give the same answer every time, or am I meant to give a different answer?
I reckon it might change as you go around.
Yeah.
You might develop different audiences.
Well, it's exciting, you know. I've sort of said it just to those people, but it's kind of good that it's something that kind of highlights an album as a full piece of work, you know, which is something that I hoped would happen with this particular album, because I wrote it with a sort of an idea of it being like from start to finish. I wanted to have a sort of a narrative cohesion to it and stuff. And so if it's sort of recognised like that, then I'm happy. You know, I'm a happy tune.
So this album only came out a few months ago, is that right?
Yeah, it only came out a few months ago. Yes, that's true. Yes.
So and did you kind of know as soon as you made it that this was going to be? Did you have any kind of like one moment where you thought, yeah, this album's done exactly how I wanted it to be, this is going to be...
And so creatively, or in terms of how it was received?
Both
actually. In terms of how it was received, you don't really have time to sort of take it in because you're on tour so much, so it kind of happens while you're away. But I'm really happy, you know, that the label seems to be happy about it, and everyone seems to be digging it, and I'm just kind of enjoying singing the songs every night. And, you know, also what happens with Villages is that the songs kind of grow and develop each night as well, because the band didn't. I played all the instruments on the album, but my friends who play out live kind of take the songs to their own place as well, and so we sort of. Yeah, it's exciting. We're still growing and learning. Yeah, it's cool.
And obviously now this announcement was made today, there's going to be loads more people as well who may not have heard your music who are now going to be looking up. Is that something that's exciting?
Yeah, really exciting. Because like when you're writing songs, you do have an audience in mind. You're not just writing it to yourself, because that would just be ridiculous and self-indulgent. So I really did think. When I was writing the lyrics, I was imagining singing it to a large group of people or a room or whatever. So, yeah, it's cool. Like, it's a good thing.
Just standing on a press line with Paul Well, it's not bad. You know.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I already did that thing on Jules Holland. He was playing. He was like 10 feet away when I was playing. I was like, holy shit, it's Paul Weller, man. It's cool.
Well, thanks very much.
Cool. Nice to talk to you. Cool. I'll see you later.
We've never done anything like this before, so kind of a bit intimidating, a little bit terrified, but big buzz. Like it's I don't think it's sunken in yet.
Has there been up to the album? Not just like last year, the album was released. And then has there been like a moment this year where you thought, yes, this is really going the way I kind of want it to go? Has there been like a pivotal moment?
There's been so many. I mean, we've been all over the world this year. We've been to places I never thought we'd go to, and people have been responding to our music in all these places so well. And I think it's more than I ever dreamed of. And this is just another amazing thing on top of that. So.
What do you think it is that people have really picked up on? What do you think people have liked?
It's hard to detach and kind of see what other people see in it, because it's very personal. The special thing for me about the album is that I look back at it almost as like a diary form. Like we've got songs we wrote when we were 16 years old, and we got songs we wrote when we were about 19 or 20. So I know that 3 or 4 years might not seem like a lot, but from the age of 16 to like 19, 20 is such a huge jump in kind of who you are, and so it's nice to look back at it and see that kind of progression.
Can you pick out highlights so far?
Last week we played Somerset House, and we hadn't been home in a very long time, and we had all of our family and friends there, and Somerset House is such a beautiful kind of special venue, so that was definitely, and it was a moment of kind of reflecting, of like seeing all of these people here for us and kind of realising all that we've achieved, so that was definitely a highlight for me.
Has it had time to sink in? Have you just been constant this last year? Have you had any time? Are you going to have a period where you get time to reflect before you move on to the next album?
Yeah, October is when we finish touring and everything, and I think that's what we're really looking forward to, just getting back to being creative, and I think we haven't found touring the most creative situation, so yeah, we just want to, Jenny wants to make a studio and just get back to music.
Congratulations.
Cheers.
We are only the world's largest helium system.
Yeah, really, I know. It was just, it's the abbreviation that did me. As if we don't know.
Okay, so then it's fine. So how are you finding it today? Is it a weird, surreal experience?
It's a bit of fun, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty, we're out about that. We know. When we had our photographs taken over there, it was just very surreal, but it's good fun. Good fun.
Do you like talking about your music, or do you prefer just to go and
I don't really. John's quite good at it.
Well, I don't like doing it, but I've got some theories.
Theories?
Oh no, let's not go into it. Please ask me a question.
Oh no, but I was waiting for you to enlighten us with your theory.
Well, no, I mean they only come privy of the question.
Right.
We could riddle here forever, really. Couldn't we?
It's like a standoff.
You said that, I didn't.
If I just keep me quiet, then you'll have to say something.
Please just ask him a question. He reacts well to those.
Right. So just tell me what it is. What do you think it is about this album that kind of captures people's imagination? Why are people talking about it? Why is it fun?
I suppose we've been around a long time, so there's a kind of groundswell of like support. But I think it's rather elegant and beautiful, and I think it's our most understandable record. I think it's our most understandable record.
And is it important to you to be recognised by your music industry? Like, sort of, do you not? You've got your established artists, you've had enough music albums. Does this still mean something to you?
It means something to you if more people hear what you do. I would be a liar if I said that doesn't matter. I don't want anyone to hear what we do. That's stupid and a lie. So I suppose all this will mean that maybe some people who've never even heard of our name, or if they have heard of our name, have never even heard our music, will maybe listen to it, and then they'll come and see us live, and then we will have them forever.
Capture them.
Yeah, like vampires.
Oh, I like it. I like your style there. That's good. I mean, do you think it's a good time at the moment for British music? Is it a good time in the industry?
I don't think there's ever been an up and down on that. I think since about 1963, and seeing as the language of rock and roll, for whatever reason, is English, I don't think there's ever been a bad time. Whether or not the music industry is in trouble or not, it's got nothing to do with us.
Is there anyone you're particularly excited about at the moment? Any bands or music?
What do you mean within the Mercury or in general?
In general.
Well, there's a great songwriter who lives in Lancaster called Stuart Anthony, who no one's ever heard of. I think he's brilliant. Did a gig with him about 2 months ago.
So why does someone like that not get recognised? What do you think it is that sets people apart? Why do some people make it and some people don't?
I don't think there's any such thing as making it. There is just you and music, and as far as you can go with it. It's a question of what you have to do, what you do what you have to do, not because you want to do it, or there's too many people who want to be doing music, and not enough, maybe too many of them are recognised, and not enough people who actually do it because they have to, and it's quite brilliant, but it's not necessarily accepted by, with respect, you, the media.
Well said. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That was the best yet, that one.
Was it?
I'm telling you.
I like it. Hello.
Are we rolling?
How do you find this whole experience today?
Quite intense, but nice. Quite surreal. It's good fun.
Do you like talking about music, or do you prefer just getting out? Do you enjoy this kind of thing?
I like talking about music. Talking about my music is slightly more painful, and then just talking in general is one step further. But it's nice, it's nice to be around other great bands and be talking to people that love music.
Do you think the Mercury Prize, is that an important? Because obviously there's lots of awards out there. Is this one that's quite important?
I mean, for us, there aren't that many awards that will kind of recognise jazz or improvised music so much. So I think it's great. It represents the breadth that the UK has to offer in terms of music and its diversity.
What do you think it is about this album that's kind of captured people's imagination, people have picked up and enjoyed?
Well, hopefully just the music and the sound of the music and Kit's compositions and yeah, just simple things like that.
I think also like the way we play as a band together it comes across quite well on the album, so I think people can pick up on that. You know.
I mean, we've played together for a long time and we've lived together, and that's very much part of the music as well. The fact that we all are friends and play together in the same way I'm sure it is with most bands, but I think that comes across on the album.
And also, obviously, when this sort of list is announced today, a lot of people who may have not heard of it, may not have been touched with it, but also now is that something that's exciting?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's for me the best thing about the whole thing is that hopefully some new people will come and listen to jazz music because it's great. You know.
And what's your plans over the summer? Are you touring? Are you gigs come up? How long?
I'm going on holiday, but after that I'll do a bit of touring. No. Those days are over. I'm real holiday.
And then when you come back, what's next as a band?
We've got some gigs in Europe, and we've also recorded an album just out of the studio. So looking forward to writing new music, playing to new audiences. And I mean, that's another great thing about this prize is that hopefully it means we get to gig more and play more. And that's obviously the best part of the whole thing. You know.
Are there any British bands at the moment that you particularly like ever into?
Yeah, I mean, for me, there's a producer and musician called Mikachu in the Shapes, which I thought were very unlucky to miss out on a nomination last year. But The Invisible as well, who were here last year, they're great. Polar Bear, Acoustic Leyland, all great bands. How about you?
Any more to add to the mix?
So many, you can't resist the name.
Yeah, I think this kind of good for jazz in general. This award, you know, for us to kind of be at the front of this. So there's lots of kind of jazz bands that hopefully will benefit from more coverage of jazz in awards like this.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. Nice to meet you. How's it been? today?
Steep learning curve. No, I mean, this is a unique occasion really, and we're happy to be here for a start. We'd far rather be here in the Lion's Den than not. Whether we come out in one piece or not, I don't know, but we'll see.
Do you kind of like? Do you like talking about things? Kind of people would rather just get out there and do it. Do you enjoy this kind of thing?
Well, I mean, this is rare. This isn't the sort of thing we do normally. So, you know what I mean? Normally we're very focused and we're very much about going on to the next thing. And I mean, right now we write music for the next album. So it is just a continuation, and hopefully that this kind of attention for two dancers will kind of demonstrate itself on the next record, and allow us to kind of show, well, now we've kind of really kind of broken, smashed the glass. We can really kind of take people with us, So it's an enabler.
What do you think it is about this album? It's kind of captured people's imaginations and got people talking about it.
Well, I mean, the album was a snapshot of our lives, and it was very meaningful to us at the time, and it still is. It represents where we're at as people, and we sort of needed that record to happen to keep going, I suppose. I think a lot of the time in our sort of life, you end up cornering yourself and needing to fight your way back out, and we're sort of in the process of doing that now again. But like Tom says, we tend to just keep going forward, and I think this is a good excuse to maybe just stand back and appreciate our own hard work. And we don't often get put the cigars in our mouths, but today's a good excuse. But I think we are looking forward to another album. Really, we've got to. It's a bizarre thing, really. That this record for us will forever be about a couple of months of our lives a couple of years ago, and it's a healthy thing. When we play these songs, they're healthy. We try and make them healthy, and they need to have a sort of beauty to us to play them every night. And it's not a natural thing to talk about your music. It's sort of because it's a very sycophantic thing to do. You know, we're spending all day talking about ourselves.
Yeah. And also, like, if you could talk about your music effectively, there's no need to make music. You know what I mean? So it's I'm just glad that it I'm glad that it exists because it didn't have to. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that people are. Well, I'm glad that kind of people are kind of shaking their hands about it. It's nice.
There's been like a point this year since the album came out where you thought, yes, people are really again, there's people that was there like a moment of revelation.
Well, I think before it was released and people were getting in touch with us saying like, you know, this is a really good record. It was like, wow, people don't have to say that. You know what I mean? So that was that's nice, and it has been it's felt very gradual. It's not been sudden. You know, it's I mean, it's been out roughly a year now. You know, it's and I'm glad it still has some kind of resonance as well. I'm glad it's still pretty representative of what we do. You know, because that's it didn't have to be. You know, so yeah, I mean, it is very gradual. There hasn't been any flashpoint. You know what I mean? But this is a big step. You know.
And obviously, this list has been announced today, so that will hopefully bring more people into it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's exciting to bring in those people.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the point. We are in a lot of ways a very on the left field end of the spectrum on this list. So I think a very kind of adequate response to us seeing our name would be who, you know. So I can't wait to meet those people. You know what I mean? I think that's cool.
I mean, by design, what we do, we want to sort of fulfill people for a long time. We don't really make music to be heard 5 times and then discarded, and that's why the Mercury represents an album which is a dying creature these days, you know. And we're as bad as anyone. We listen to a song on the iPod and switch over to another one. So yeah, I've lost my train of thought.
I like that. It's a good point made. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think you've only got about 2 more to go, then you're done. You're at the finish. It's like you've done everyone. I think we've pretty much. I think we've done. Have we done everyone? So I think we've done everyone. Yeah. Have you done Falls? No, actually, we haven't done Falls. Lovely afternoon in Cornwall.
Charming. The sun's shining. You can hear the distant sound of the waves lapping on the shore. It's fantastic.
Hordes of wildebeest majestically driving across the horizon. It's good.
So that was a pun, wasn't it? Wildebeest. That was good. You didn't even know it.
I didn't do that on purpose. I was just ripping off Faulty Towers.
Now, is it important to be recognised in the points of the ones that's kind of...
Absolutely. It's pretty much the only one I think that we have paid attention to over the years, and like growing up, we were, you know, I think we definitely like took notice of it, and it's a real honour to like be nominated for it and be part of, you know, a select group of albums that get nominated every year. So.
What do you think it is about this album that's kind of captured people's imagination?
I don't really know. Hopefully the fact just that we worked on it a lot and I don't know, you'd have to ask the judges, I guess, but we definitely feel like we've made a better album than the first time, and we feel happy with this album, and I feel like we have made a good album, and it feels good. So it's nice for that to be acknowledged.
And you're doing a few albums, like festivals and things. How's it meant to play this album live? How's it does it lend itself well to?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just being able. I mean, we still play songs from the first record as well, so it just means that our set's a lot more versatile, I think, now, and it has different spaces and dimensions in it. Before, we were definitely a kind of it was definitely a relentless sort of experience watching us live, which had its own charm. But now I think it's the best of both worlds. There's more space, there's more dynamic, and there's more good times generally to be had all around.
And do you make albums to be listened to as full albums still? Because obviously, people say that that's almost kind of dying out. People like to listen to one track. Do you like is it like to tell a story?
I think people's listening habits obviously can be quite far removed from the way that artists or musicians make, their thing. I think for us, we do make albums, and we're in love with the idea of making a collection of songs that work as a bigger thing.
But in 10 years' time, if albums cease to exist, which I think is perfectly possible, and I'm sure we're not going to be making dinosaurs, fossils. I'm sure we'll do other
Trilobites.
I'd like to think that our music, like the individual songs, do stand up as pop songs in their own right. Maybe not like massive radio airplay pop singles, but they're concise and they have individual stories within them.
We definitely worked on this record to flow as a whole from start to finish. We spent probably about 2 months trying to sequence it and making sure the order was right. We cut songs out and chopped songs around and all sorts of things. So I think that's what's great about the Mercuries, is that it still does value that type of artistry, and it's not just about one 3-minute explosion. Thank you.
Thanks.
kissing around, trying to pop them all the time. I was a dreamer, staring out windows, out onto the main street, 'cause that's where the dream goes. Darkness is a harsh term, don't you think? We're gonna wake up the nation, don't be no doubt. Shake up the station, out of the hand. We're gonna wake up the nation, don't be no doubt. Shake up the station, out of the hands. Where you be, girls astride me, girls beneath me, girls before me, girls between me. You're birthing machines and let me show the darling what that means. All of this can be broken, all of this can be broken. Hold your devil by his spoke and spin him to the ground.
Bonkers.
Some people think I'm bonkers, but I just think I'm free. And I'm just living my life, there's nothing crazy about me. Some people pay for thrills, but I get mine for free. Man, I'm just living my life, there's nothing crazy about me.
Where shall I go on that big black night? Shall I take the coast road back through my life? See the sun, the moon, the stars that shine the light and say, well, they'll do alright for me. I am yours now, I am yours now. So now I don't ever have to leave. I've been found, I've been found. So now I'll never explore.
time. We don't need to trust a single word they say. You are creating all the bubbles at play. There's a girl, there's a girl, there's a girl, there's a girl. She's down by the river. In her own creepy world, there's a girl, there's a girl. She's down by the river.
I wake up every day is a daydream. Everything in my life ain't what it seems. I wake up just to go back to sleep. I act real shallow, but I'm in too deep. And all I care about is sex and violence. A heavy baseline is my kind of silence. Everybody says that I gotta get a grip, but I let sanity give me the slip. Bonkers. Some people think I'm bonkers, but I just think I'm free. And I'm just living my life, there's nothing crazy about me. Some people pay for thrills, but I get mine for free. Man, I'm just living my life, there's nothing crazy about me.
That gives you this western feeling. So warm. That gives you this western feeling. It's your palm. It's your palm. That gives you this western feeling.
Where shall I go on that big black night? Shall I take the coast road back through my life? See the sun, the moon, the stars that shine the light and say, well, they'll do alright for me.
on this sunny island. What of which you wish to speak? Have you come here to rescue me? All of this can be broken, all of this can be broken. Hold your devil by his spoke and spin him to the ground.
Where would I be if this were to go under? That's the risk I take. I'm froze by desire. It's a choice I made, and I am yours now. So now I don't ever have to leave. I've been found out. So now I'll never explore. I am yours now. I am yours now. So now I don't ever have to leave. I've been found out. So now I'll never explore. I was a dreamer, staring out windows, out onto the main street, 'cause that's where the dream